I am set and ready to go, and I hope you guys are too. And we have ourselves a doubleheader, Chicago style, as we're going to be in Chicago for 2 games. But the Chicago team in question that will go first is the Cubs and the Rockies. And with that said, all I have left to say is, it's time! It's time, and hello to Dakota. And, well, to say the least, I am happy to say that I will be doing a stream of Jamboree on the 27th. That is, unless anything drastic comes up. But if not, then that's the plan. But aside from that, though, I hope everything's going well for you. And with that, let me just set up my pop-out chat, and this is a good time for anybody that's watching this now or on the replay to get some snacks and stuff like that. I also understand other people are doing streams of their own, so understandable. Can't talk. Hey, what's up, Mr. P? And I understood you couldn't stay too long, but this time around, I'm happy to say that you are up next. So I'm happy that you're here, so at least I don't have to, well, it's too bad I don't have a way to contact you, but I'm happy that you're here, so all the more special. But, yeah, let me just let other people know that are in this. All right. But how's everything going there, Mr. P? And same thing to Dakota as well, while I'm at it. Okay, let me get Mr. All right, let me get Najee. Oh, right. You're doing good? Well, I'm hopeful that that's the case, but I'm happy that you're feeling better or that you're doing well. Okay. Oh, there are? Well, just so you know, I don't have X or Twitter like I used to. Oh wow! Well, of course for the people that don't know, Dakota is playing Super Mario Party Jamboree. For those who don't know, so obviously Dakota's talking about the game and not like actually hurting somebody. No, I just want to make sure people don't misinterpret that. No. Dakota's gonna be taking on Paper Tay. In fact, I'm gonna give some of you guys a link to Paper Tay's show. Not a fan of social media. Fair enough. But the only social media that I have that I regularly use is Discord. All right, so I'm going to let people that are interested in what Dakota's doing, I'm just going to share this with the people in the chat. And also hello to Denny. No, never played Destiny though. And then there's Carlos Larry. Okay, now let me go back and... All right, let me share this back with Najee again. Have you I had literally perfect timing? Really? Okay, so you're someone who plays Destiny and Destiny 2. Nothing wrong with that. Definitely not wrong with that. Well, then again, I've never played Destiny, so what do I really know? All right. Okay, and then the only other person I need to get is, well, Spike Ryan, now known as another streamer, just ended, and then I went live. Wow, I guess that was I don't want to say perfect, but very good timing there. Not into wrestling. I understand. I mean, I also do other sports besides baseball, though. Oh, it's a first-person shooter. See, never really was into first-person shooters, but I mean, the only shooter I have ever played regularly was Splatoon. But aside from that, well, as long as you're in good health and you have your family, I mean, what more could you ask for? Okay, let me just also let Mike Wasson and hey, what's up, Denny? Hey, what's up, Primetime? By the way, Primetime, you had a game yesterday, but nonetheless, though, welcome to the show and definitely chill out, man. It's good to see you. All right, let me get Carol. Oh, it's a team effort, or you can play solo. Oh, see, I did not know that. But that just goes to show how little I know. Oh, yeah. And then Mike Wasson. Oh, that's right. You might have gameplay to that. Oh, well. Not a problem, Danny. I mean, then again, I didn't know what Destiny was, so so you could have been right, but then again, I would not have known. Oh yeah, and then last but not least, the man of the hour, my good friend Jamar. All right, now that I got everybody I needed to get, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Okay. So as mentioned before, we have a... this is our third and final game. Every series is a best of 3, and this is our game 3. So without any further ado, let's get on with it. And we're going to the historical Wrigley Field, opened in 1914. And of course, I'll turn on the quick counts so that, yeah, clear skies, we'll go with that. And there we go. Of course, the winner of this will get to face off against San Francisco in the next round. Here are the starters. Then, of course, you have Mike Wasson, Jamar, and Carol Parks. On one side, you have Spike Ryan, Mr. P, and then, of course, the starter for the Cubs, or one of the starters for the Cubs is Najee. But, of course, he is given a rest. And, hey, what's up, Riley?
MLB The Show is
Tell me, I heard through the grapevine that you had some good news.
National League Division Series between the Colorado Rockies and the
I heard that you had some good news there, Riley, but it's good to see you, though. Or, rather, it is great to see you. As we are live in Wrigley Field.
Matt Vasgersian, welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, lots to talk about here as we get ready for Game 3.
Well, as a fan, this is all you want. It comes down to this, a decisive Game 3. I'm interested to see how the managers will manage this game because there is
so that's what it was. You got to switch too.
Pretty aggressive.
Okay, how'd you get it? Like, did you place it in order, or did you just wait for it to be on sale like normally? Hey, what's up, Switch Gaming? A happy birthday, as far as the birthday week is concerned. I want to give Switch Gaming a happy birthday.
How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties, and if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
Oh, absolutely, Switch. And it's nice to see you on the show. And a base hit to start out with. Not even 3 pitches, and already we have an out. But also, speaking of Switch, I am happy to say that you're part of the doubleheader, as you'll be teaming up with Cherry and Sonic on the Cleveland baseball team against the White Sox. Awesome. So, I mean, but I also understand if you fall asleep or something, but nonetheless, though, it's great to see you. It really is. All right, so up next is Mike Wasson, and he hits it, but he hits it right to second base, and they get the double play. Great play there by the Cubs. Now the Cubs won Game 1. And in Game 2, Colorado came from behind to force a Game 3. But really, whoever wins this will get to move on and face off against the Giants in the National League Championship Series. And of course, it all came down to this man, Jamar Games, who hit 3 home runs in the previous game.
It looked like the middle of the order was going to have a chance to get a big hit with some ducks on the pond, but now they just have to try and get a 2-out rally started.
Of course, the man is a World Series champion with the Milwaukee Brewers last season. Oh, well, I'm not playing the game, by the way, Larry or Carlos. I'm just merely letting the computer do it. I'm just simply calling it as if it was... As if this was a game normally, but I'm not controlling anybody, just so you know. Well, so far, two up, 2 down, thanks to that double play. And well, Jamar Games gets himself a walk.
Man, you hate to give up a 2-out walk to anybody, but especially to a speed demon like him. Good chance he's running here, and good luck trying to stop him.
So now into the box is Trevor Story, and we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk.
Hey, what's up, Sonic McCracken? And believe it or not, you have a game today as part of the doubleheader. You're in the second game, but it's good to see you there, Mr. Sonic McCracken. Of course, if for whatever reason the first game runs long, then, well, it is what it is. And, well, Jamar steals a base. That's insane.
Good steal of second there, and that
Great
really
steal.
sets up the middle of this
I hope I'm
order.
good at baseball.
Driving a run and driving
Well,
to
you
score
did
this
get a
ball
couple of
game.
hits, including a
Always great
double.
if you can score first
That's where
early in
you
the game.
hit the ball so hard that you were able to get 2 bases instead of just 1. I mean, of course you're fast because you're Sonic, of course.
High in the air out to left field.
And hit far and high, but not deep enough. That's the end of 1/2 inning, and at the end of that 1/2 inning, it is 0-0.
The Cubs turn in a scoreless ball game. Antonio Senzatella gets the ball in game 3 of the series.
He probably would.
Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard soft, you can go in and out, and anytime you have 4 pitches, if you could throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Now at the plate is Nico Horner.
He probably would. He probably would. Though, if anything, he would hit it, but then he would probably do a he would probably hit an inside the park home run, which is, yeah, he would hit it out, but he wouldn't hit it out of the park. He would probably hit it, and then you would touch all 4 bases before somebody tagged you. But I did hear that it was Sonic the Hedgehog's birthday, and
he doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get
and I want to say happy birthday to Sonic the Hedgehog.
It's like he takes a deep breath and everything stops in front of him. He plays like the Zen man.
Well, here is the DH.
Ball, that's outside.
That nibbled the corner there, but missed.
Yep.
2-1.
In fact, can you believe I'm actually older than Sonic? Ooh, good hit, but fouled. Yep. But yes, I'm actually older than Sonic. If that's revealing my age a little bit. But for the majority of my life, yeah, Sonic has been he's been an important part of my life, so I got to give thanks to Sonic and his games.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up.
I don't know, like,
Out in front as he grounds this one to short. Story breaks.
but I mean that's you know that is incredible that Sonic has been around for, you know, nearly 35 years. So it's a testament to how great his games have been.
And as this series continues, meanwhile, the Giants have already won their matchup, so they lie in wait on our winner here. Next, it'll be Ryan.
I believe Tails came out in 1992, so he's a year younger than Sonic, I think.
Laid off for ball 2.
I mean, of course, if I had to pick, I would go with Mario, but hey, I'm not going to turn down a Sonic game if I can play it, especially Sonic Mania.
Patrick Wisdom would be next.
Anyway, up next is Spike Ryan.
There's a drive
And
high in the
whoa,
air and deep to left center field.
I mean, good hit, but not far enough. And at the end of 1, it is 0-0.
As the side is retired. Cubs are down in order. Still no score. Second inning set to go. And next
But I will say that the Sonic movies have been awesome. And then Knuckles came out in 1994. Yeah, that sounds about right. You know, Knuckles is, even though he's not my favorite character, I do like him. He's awesome.
They might have to sit off speed.
And oh wow, that was a great play, but was able to outrun it was Carol Parks.
Yeah, this is definitely part of his game, the ground attack, Dan. He's a speedster. He's going to get a ton of infield singles, and he knows how frustrated that pitcher is.
Stepping in now, Ryan McMahon. Strike taken, the throw.
And then, and a missed throw, and are they going to get him out at third? No. So that was a stolen base and an error, and that puts Carroll Parks in scoring position at third. No outs.
And that misses 2-2. Parks, runner at third with no outs.
Right now at the plate is Ryan McMahon, obviously no relation to Vince. And case in point, strikeout.
You can't spot a sinker in a better location.
Yeah, I mean, of course, doing commentary like legitimately, and then doing commentary for something like this, it's a different, it's a different vibe. It's a different stage, because, just because I can do this like casually does not necessarily mean I can do it professionally. But I do my best, though. Hey, what's up, Clinton? Of course, Clinton and his team, or the team that he's with, the Giants, have already advanced.
That's the heavy sinker right there.
His legitimate son. I just said that, I am a legitimate son. What are you talking about? Oh, they're going to go for a, nice tag up by Carroll Parks. And Carroll Parks scores the first run.
Got it into the outfield to bring home the first run of the game and pick up the RBI.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're saying his legitimate son. I'm like, oh, you're talking about Ryan McMahon. My bad. No, I just realized it. I wish, it'd be cool if he was his legitimate son out of character. I would think so. I misread it. My bad. Well, a strikeout by Mills, and, well, they get one run out of it, so they at least got something out of it. Did the Rockies, and they lead 1-0 over the Cubs.
Last half of the second set to go, and next will be the imposing power bat, Patrick Wisdom. 1-1. Doesn't catch the outside corner. It's a ball.
I had some Snickers earlier.
And here's a ball in the air now.
Ooh, good hit.
Right center.
But of course, Jamar has the running speed to be able to get under it. One down. And here's the defense.
So here's how the Colorado Rockies are positioned.
So of course you have Carroll at first, you have Mike Watson at second, and Jamar at right field. So they got the whole right side of the field. Then of course you have the illegitimate son of McMahon at third, and then of course you have Trevor Story at shortstop.
At the plate now, number 18, pulled high in the air out to left field. On the run is
and Schwindel almost gave it a ride, but 2 down.
The second out. Next to stand in is Ian Happ. Trying to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. The bases are empty here with 2 men out. Happ with a 2-1 count now. Three and 1 to the Cubs left fielder. Wilson Contreras.
All right, so you got two down. Count is 3-1.
Hit on the ground to third.
And hit towards third, and they get the out at first to Carroll, and that's the end of the second.
Happening this time around. We'll go now to the top of the third. Rockies lead this one 1-0.
Excuse me. Of course, I did have a big meal earlier, so I'm good. So it's not that I'm hungry. I already ate.
Now here it comes.
Fouled away. Not once, but twice. Several foul aways. Yeah, that is smart, though. And by the way, and also, Azriel, you're going to be in the second game of the doubleheader. And, well, they had a couple of low pitches and then a high pitch by Alec Mills.
A real good example of a pitcher continuing to make a guy chase out of the zone. When you recognize a hitter is in protect mode, you don't have to come inside the strike zone. You could just expand further and further until he literally can't touch it.
In now, Raimel Tapia. This is on the ground.
And Tapia hits it to first, and they get the out at first with the pitcher touching the bag. 2 down.
Is number 19, 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
All right, back up for a second time is Mike Wasson, who is 0 for 1 so far. And this is going to be, I believe,
Looking up is the left fielder into the bleachers and gone.
it's out. Mike Wasson hits his first home run, and it was a no doubt about it.
A solo shot
It's gone.
to the left as the Rockies have taken a 2-0 lead.
So that's what you have to deal with. Do the San Francisco Giants. You know, should the Rockies make it, this is what they got to deal with.
There's your answer. The great ones find a way to rise to the occasion in the postseason, and he did right.
Well, it's still early, but you just have to be able to get on base and, you know, take advantage of runners in scoring position. But, of course, that is easier said than done. But I was going to say, yeah, it's not over, though. It's still early.
Misses that time, and it's 2-1.
But up next is Jamar Games, who, as I mentioned before, in the previous game, he had 3 home runs.
Hit softly on the ground.
But this time he hits it right to first base, and they get the out at first, but not before giving up a home run. In fact, let's take a look at that home run one more time.
For one, and it comes on this solo home
Boom!
run. Bottom of the third coming up. It's now 2-0 Colorado. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras.
You know, these next couple innings are really important for these guys. I know they're only down by a couple, but they need to get something going on offense to keep pace, even though it's early.
2-2 to the Cubs catcher.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command.
Swing and a miss, and just like that, another strikeout for Salzentilla.
Is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning.
If I'm even pronouncing that young man's name correctly.
Into the box now, number 62.
So next up is Nick Martini, and Martini has been very good at the plate. Let's see if he can use that success that he's had. A swing and a miss, and they'll have to throw him out. They do. 2 down.
The second out of the inning. Digging in next, number 17, trying to avoid becoming the third strikeout victim of the inning here.
All right, next up is Mr. P.
Helping him out here.
Swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
Behind a ball and 2 strikes.
I'll tell you, if I'm pitching right now, I'm not throwing anything near the
Ooh, good hit,
strike zone
but
until
fouled
these
away.
guys prove they can lay off it. They're just being way too aggressive.
We'll try again, 1-2.
Now he has to protect. Swing and a miss. 3 down, 6 to go, and it's 2-0 Colorado.
3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They're still down. It's 2-0.
Hello there, Patty. How are you?
Start of the 4th upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney standing by with a report.
It's great to see you there, Patty.
I talked with Rockies skipper Bud Black between innings, specifically
I don't
about
know.
his club's offensive
That's a good question.
output to this point. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. It's still pretty early
That's
in the
awesome
game,
there, Patty.
but they've seen a lot of pitches already, and he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
All right, thanks, Heidi. All set for the start of the 4th. And in to hit next, the power-hitting shortstop, Trevor Story. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch.
All right, up next is Trevor Story. He hits it, but he hits it right to third, and they get him out at first. One down.
One gone here in the fourth. Digging in, the switch hitter, Cookie Parks. As he'll dig into
Well,
the
up
left
next is
into
Carroll
batter's
Parks,
box.
who got a single, then got a stolen base, then was able to make it to third on an error after that.
Back to him
But
on
this
the
time, hit right to the pitcher. They get the out at first. Two down.
Here's Ryan McMahon now.
So back to Ryan McMahon.
1-1.
And also no relation to Ed McMahon either.
Swung on and missed for strike number 2.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward.
And he hits it,
He's got it.
but they get
Throw to
the out at
beats
first.
easily, and the side is retired.
And it's still 2-0 at the end of 3.5.
3 down for Colorado. So they're on top 2-0.
Excuse me.
Now at the plate here is
So now we start at the top of the order with Nico Horner.
Yeah, this one's going to upset him for a little bit. You make the pitcher work the way he did right there, and that's the end result. That one sticks with you for a while. Great AB up until this point.
All right, so 3-1 is the count.
Just infuse some confidence into this lineup.
And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first. And
Swinging
this is
too
gonna be a
quickly
foul
with this,
ball.
with getting hits, is problematic at best.
Count remains
Yeah,
full.
probably. But you could also argue that that's what Chicago needs to do
Full count pitch home.
until they can get something to hit.
Lost it in the air out toward right center. Long
Oh,
run
good.
for the right
I mean, it was a
fielder.
good hit,
He
but
makes the catch. A great
but it
effort
was
to get
Jamar
there
who
in
made
the
up the
corner
speed.
first out of the inning.
whose speed was able to make up the distance to get that out. So a great out there by Jamar. Oh, swinging too quickly without getting hits is problematic at best. Okay. All right.
Yeah, guys, he's got so much respect for this guy's fastball. You could tell he was out in front on that slider. I think he
And
goes
good
for
hit,
foul.
but hit right towards first base, and they get the out at first base to
Next to bat will be
to
Ryan.
Carroll
And
Parks.
then it seems
2
like
down.
the starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. The 1-1. Count is 1-2 now.
Ooh.
Hey, usually the second time through the year, you start
Not a bad
seeing
attempt, though.
incorporation
But
of
now
some
it's
more
1-2.
offensive stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling
And
really
hit
good
down
at
the
this.
middle.
Two back-to-back.
But Mike Watson, give him credit, he was right there to pick it up. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Trevor Story who got it. My bad. But he got it.
Side is retired.
And Spike Ryan, a little frustrated, wondering, what do I have to do to get anything going? I mean, they're going to have to figure it out quick, because the longer this game goes, the more it starts to slip away. And for Alec Mills, he's at 59 pitches at this point. Not bad, except he's given up 2 runs.
The 3-1. Fly ball out toward left center field.
And a pop-up,
Giving chase,
and
he
1 down.
takes it down. Nice play for the first out.
Next
So
up is
next to hit is
Elias Diaz.
First time up, he went down looking. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Called strike, and he's behind 1-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Hit down the line at first.
And,
But
well,
this is a
that was
foul.
fouled.
The count holds steady at 1-2. Into the
Yeah,
lineup,
I mean,
and
they're just falling behind in the count several times. Okay, well, that time it was fair. That time Diaz was able to get a good hit, and it counts all the same as a, well, that was a good hit, though.
Gets extra bases off the bat, but oh
missile into the right field corner.
All right, so one down, a runner at first.
Not to big.
Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball.
Yep, and then of course Mr. P's like, come on guys, get it together. Fouled it away. I mean, that was just a great hit. I mean, you'll get hits like that sometimes. And swing and a miss, and that was way out, and yet he swung at it anyway.
It's always nice to keep it.
But great job there by Alec Mills.
And that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
To plate now, Raimel Tapia. 3-1.
All right, so Tapia back up at the top of the order, I should say.
I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
The 3-1 pitch.
And hit down the middle, but they get the out at second. Well, great job there by Mr. P to tag the base. Yeah, I could see that.
Welcome back to the north side of Chicago, back here at Wrigley Field.
But then again, it is kind of hard to judge, well, in the box itself, so who am I to judge, I suppose.
And he told me, overall, he's not happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
All right, thanks, Heidi. So 1-1 home.
And a single, so they get it. They get a base hit. They get a base hit. So now you got one on. You got one on at first. Frank Schwindel up next, 0 for 1.
Standing in now, number 18. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
Well, these guys haven't had too many opportunities yet to test the running game in this one, so they could decide to put a man in motion
and
right here.
Was looking to get a hit and run, but it didn't work. Great shot in the gap, absolutely. And hit down the middle, and they got the double play. Wow. Like, those are the type of plays that can destroy a rally.
Stepping in is Ian Happ. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit in the air down the left field line.
And whoa, what a hit!
Out there for extra bases.
And that's going to result in a double.
Make it to second base now with 2 gone. Finally.
Hey, welcome to the show, Carol.
Yeah, a rally can begin with a single swing of the bat. This might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of role they can.
And that was Happ who did it. Now let's see if they can get somebody. Let's see if they can string in the hits. I guess not. I was trying to get it in, but unfortunately he swung and missed. And just like that, it's still 2-0 at the end of 5.
So here is number 19. Comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
But up next is Mike Wasson, who has that solo home run.
He's falling behind now, 3-1.
Right now the fans are booing Alec Mills, and it's not that hard to see why. He's giving up hits, and he fell behind on the count. Now it's a full count.
Into the windup, ready
But so far, the Rockies, the team that you're on, the team that's in black, are ahead 2-0.
Slow roller left side. Scooped up.
Well, they get the out at first. 1 down.
Retired here to begin the sixth. Now it'll be number 86. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Giving up hits, almost 20 pitches too many, and behind. Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself, but you said it better than me, so I give you credit for that.
What I'm seeing here is a reluctance to throw the fastball. It's like he feels he can't throw the ball right by him right now.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1.
2-1.
Popped him up.
Although that time he popped him up.
Has a play. And he brings
2
it
down.
for the second out of the inning.
Well, I'll tell you what, if he can settle down, can Mills, you know, Chicago can still get back in this, but when they get back on offense, they got to convert.
Bottom dropped out on him, and that's a strike.
A swing and a miss, but they'll have to throw him out to get him out, and they do.
And the inning is over. Nothing across here this half. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 6. The Rockies are out in front, 2-0. Leading off the inning, it'll be number 62, and they could use a spark from him here. 1-1. Taken for strike 2.
All right. So you have Martini up next. 1 for 2. Now he's going to have to protect. And he does protect, but he hits it right to second base, to the second baseman, and they get the out at first. 1 down. Back up is Mr. P.
That'll be number 17. He went down on strikes in his last at bat. 1 out, nobody on.
And Mr. P, you can call it Mr. Gone.
Yes, a home run.
And just like that, the lead is cut in half on Mr. P's second home run.
So a solo shot here to left center field, his second home run of the series, and that'll put the Cubs on the board. It's now a 2-1 lead.
The Cubs have responded. Now let's see if they can tie it.
Well, I'm excited.
It is a start, though.
That come out on show track, because that was just one of the most impressive launches we've seen in a good while. And as the numbers come in, that ball was projected to have carried over 4.
Lead by example. Let's see how far this one went.
Amazing show of strength.
463 feet. But up next is Nico Horner, so now let's see if they can follow the example.
Stays alive, still 2-2. Bases are empty, 1 man.
So now it's 2-1. And now the crowd is pumped. But hit towards second base, or the shortstop, and got the out at first. 2 down.
Next will be the designated hitter, Matt Duffy, grounded out in his last at-bat. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
Hey, he's had great command all day. Want to see how aggressive he is in this.
So that's why you're called the man with a plan.
2 out, nobody on.
I can see that now.
Timing just to tick off there.
But yeah, definitely. But yes, absolutely. You're only as good as the team that you have around you, so the team has to pick it up. And, well, that's not a bad start. I mean, that was well hit. I mean, that was a base hit. I mean, it could have been, the play could have been made, but
that's all he could do right there, Dan.
But it is a hit, and it still counts. So now you have a man at first with 2 outs, and Spike Ryan's up next. All right, 1-1 is the count for Spike Ryan.
Here comes the 1-1.
Spike Ryan hits it down the middle.
And that's a base hit into center field.
And now they have two guys on base, one at first and one at second. Good job there. And now the manager's a little concerned for Zenzatella. Well, let's see if that uplifts him or if that's going to cause him to fall apart. I don't know. But up next is Patrick Wisdom.
Patrick Wisdom. This is
popped it up.
Number 19 is there for it. He's got it to end the inning as they'll strand the tying run in scoring position. But not before they answer back here with a solo home run. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters to start the 7th. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. Adbert Alzolay is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 73, Adbert Alzolay.
Seventh inning ready to roll, and set to go is the rookie first baseman, Cookie Parks.
All right, so back up is Carroll Parks.
Lays off the slider that time, 2-1. And it looks like the Cubs
So we have Rex Brothers and Cody Hewler up next, warming up in the bullpen. Adbert Alzolay.
Fouled away.
Fouls it away.
Here now the 2-2.
Swing and a miss. Well, Alzolay takes him out in 5 pitches, so if this is what he can do, Chicago still has a chance. So in other words, if the relievers can do their job, then they still have a chance to win. Obviously, if you're, Colorado, you want to be able to reestablish the lead, and that's not a bad way to start with McMahon getting his first hit.
You speed him up with the first one and blow it right by him, and you do him a favor by giving him a changeup. I mean, that's a pitch he can handle right there.
Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the slider
too low.
Lays off it for a ball.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
McMahon stands at first with 1 out.
All right.
Liner toward right center, and that's into the outfield. For
and another base hit, back-to-back. I mean, yes, absolutely. Nice patience by the batter. And just like that, they get 2 back-to-back hits. One by Parks and another by Joe.
Right there. Staying to it and through it, not coming around it, and able to drive it the other way.
Well, now Colorado is threatening.
Into the box, Elias Diaz.
Fouled away. 1 and 2.
Boy, the Rockies have been looking for that big hit all game long. They haven't been able to come through so far, but now would be the time to come through.
Ready now. 2-strike pitch on its way.
Swing and a miss.
A swing and a miss.
Strike 3, and that's 2 down.
Number 2. Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball.
You have to take what the defense gives you.
Good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
So now to the plate, Sam Hilliard.
So now you have Sam Hilliard up next, and
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway.
so they can. So it's a play at any base except home.
On a well-thrown changeup.
We're in the 7th inning now. The pitchers duel, 2-1 our score. Got him.
Swing and a miss.
The third
Well,
time we've written
he got himself into jam, but he got himself out of it, did Anzalay. So congratulations to him on getting out of that. 7th inning stretch, so I'll stand up a little bit.
Striding in is number 18, 0 for 2.
There we go. All right, 1-1 is the count.
To 1-2 now.
Fouls it away.
Into the windup and the pitch.
Too low. So Daniel Bard and Shashin are getting ready in the bullpen.
Swing and a little blooper to center.
And a blooper? Nope, not quite.
Ranging into the outfield, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first down.
Oh, Senzatella. Senzatella. Yeah, it might just very well be his last inning in this case.
Here comes the 1-2.
Up next is Ian Happ.
Misses for the second ball.
I mean, he is fast approaching 100 pitches. But you know, Clinton, I do remember back in the day, it used to be like 110, 120 pitches before you take somebody away. But now it's like 100 pitches. The only time you ever leave him out there is if he has a perfect game or a no-hitter. But anyway, that's another base hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball.
Well, that's 2 hits there for Happ.
Right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That was right up the middle.
And, well, looks like they're going to take him out.
Out of the dugout, heading for the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Scott Oberg takes the call from the pen as he'll try to get the final 2 outs of this 7th frame.
Scott Oberg is up next. Let's see how he does.
Wilson Contreras will be the first to greet him.
Pitch low or go for the double play.
First and 1 away.
I mean, of course that's what you would do. But you also have to be careful, especially if the other team expects that. But then again, that's why these guys are professionals. So
Contreras, and it's 1-1.
Swing and a miss. Yep, he went low. But that was due to a changeup, not because of a curveball or anything, or a sinker. A fastball that goes outside. But now Contreras is going to protect if he has to. And a dribbler. Well, they get the out at first, so that is going to advance the runner to second. Back is Nick Martini, 0 for 2 so far.
1-1. Here it is.
Swing and a miss. 1-2 is the count.
Lifted in the air to shallow center.
Popped up. And that's gonna end the rally for a little bit.
One left for the Cubs. Our score remains 2-1. So the batting order turns over now and set to go. Raimel Tapia. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. Now we'll see some action in the bullpen if the lefty starts to get loose. Now the 2-1. Strike 2.
Swing and a miss.
2-2.
All right. Count is 2-2. between Anzaleh and Tapia.
Hit hard back up the middle.
It's hit, but Mr. P gets the play at second, or shortstop, excuse me, and they get the out at first. Great play there by Mr. P. Mr. P doing everything he can to keep his team within distance. Oh yeah, and here's the replay once again by Mr. P's home run that gets him to within 1. But up next is Mike Wasson. A little too low.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
3-1 pitch. Hot shot on the
And hit right towards Mr. P, and Mr. P will get him out. 2 down.
Stepping up is number 86. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. So 1-1. A swing and a drive sent out toward
And
the gap. Going back
Jamar,
to left field
he hits it deep,
on
but
the
not
right
deep enough.
track. He makes the catch. 1-2-3 go the Rockies. They lead it 2-1. Daniel Bard is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Daniel Bard up next. Let's see how he does.
Ready now is number
I mean, this is a huge inning because
1 for 2 with that home run he
if they're
hit
going to have any shot, I mean, of course, they could still, I mean, of course, they want to be sure to get within distance here. But this is a big opportunity because if they can get ahead before the top of the 9th, then the pressure goes to Colorado. But first things first, they got to tie this game up, if not get ahead. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, though. First things first, they got to get on base. Mr. P is 1 for 2 with a home run.
Here he comes again, 1-2.
Ooh, wow, fooled him.
Set him down for the second time here
I
tonight.
mean, that was just a great cut there by Bard. I mean, what more could you say? Bard got him through.
So in the 8th inning of a one-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking a hitter and sending him packing.
Stepping in now, Nico Horner.
And Horner
Pops him up. Parks
popped it up.
makes the play, and there are 2 gone.
2 down.
To the plate now is the designated hitter. Matt Duffy is working on a 1 for 3 thus far. So 1-1. That's the ball.
All right, so up next is Matt Duffy. I mean, you know, got to give credit to Colorado. Their relievers have stepped up to the plate. They could have just as easily fumbled it, but to their credit, they're stepping up. So credit where credit's due, you know. So really, it's up to Matt Duffy and the rest of the guys to step up.
This one sinks low and it's
Although
outside.
Bard is
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider
missing the
release
mark,
and
so he's going to have to get this one in. Otherwise, he's going to walk in Matt Duffy. Last thing you want to do is walk guys.
Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball.
Or last thing, if your Bard is walk people, I should say. Excuse me.
And he lays off.
And in fact, that's exactly what happens. Duffy gets a walk,
Late in the game.
which at this point the Cubs will take.
And stepping in, Ryan, man at first after the 2-out walk. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swung on.
And
This ball is
you can
absolutely
take this to the bank, take it to the house,
gone. A 2-run shot that gives them the lead.
and Spike Ryan spikes his second home run, and the Cubs take the lead.
It's a 2-run shot to right center as they've taken the lead.
I mean, Bard had it, but he gave up a walk and then follows up with something even worse. He gave up a hit that results in a home run, and now the Cubs take the lead. I mean, Spike Ryan, up until that point, he just wasn't able to get anything going. But this time, he gets something to hit, and he hits it out of the park. Yeah, huge mistake by Bard.
Bring your big boy in to close this one out.
In not being able to put away Duffy, he walks him, and as if that wasn't bad enough, he gave up a big fly. And now Stevenson is going to be coming in for damage control.
At the plate, Patrick Wisdom. And that misses 2-1. Some action out in the bullpen.
And you know what? I have to applaud you for that. You have Chachin and Julian, or Julian Fernandez. I'm not sure how you pronounce that one, because there's two ways you can pronounce it, but either way, it's acceptable. Swing and a miss by Wisdom.
Instead, it's 2-2.
Hey, I'd like to see a little bit more discipline in that. You get a count in your favor and you swing at a pitch that bad? Not good.
All right, 3-2, or sorry, 2-2 is the count. Well, swing and a miss, but the Cubs got what they needed, or what they wanted, rather.
Two for the Cubs in the inning,
and that was a Spike home run.
Last chance,
and that was,
and Chicago's taking a
and that was a big fly. I mean, Spike Ryan's not a big guy, but when he does hit it, oh, he hits it out. But now it's all up to Wick. Now, Wick last time was part of the Mile High Miracle, or the Rocky Mountain Miracle, I should say, in which he gave up the runs, in which he blew the save. But let's see if he can do it now that it's in Chicago. Well, he unfortunately not off to a good start, as he gives up the walk to Trevor Story.
Generally draw more walks than other guys. This is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
The 1-1 pitch.
Hey, this offense has this closer in trouble right here. They have to find a way to keep applying pressure. I don't know, everybody top step in the dugout. Get on this guy and make him nervous.
Fouls it off. 1-2 is the count. Okay. 1-2 is the count. And, well, oh my gosh. He had 1-2, but what does he do? He hits Carroll Parks. Not that Carroll will mind. I mean, sure, Carroll got popped in the back, but Carroll's going to be all right. But now Colorado have a chance.
Hit in the air down the right field line, and it's a foul ball.
Although Mr. P's like, take Wick out of the game.
Ready with another 2-strike offering.
Fouls it off. Swing and a miss. Well, you got a strikeout there, so that's one down. At this point, a double play will end it as well.
He was putting up a good fight and fouling a lot of balls off. So, as a pitcher, it's a great idea to expand the zone even more and make the hitter really chase after something that's even hard to foul off.
To the plate now, number 9. Hit on the ground for
and they get one. They get two. They got the double play. And the Chicago Cubs are going to the National League Championship Series. And for the Rockies, they had it. they had it, and they let it slip through their fingers, and Wick almost let it slip through his fingers, but instead, they get the big play.
And then realize that none of it will matter if they don't get back to work in the NLCS.
And the Cubs win the game. They win Game 3, and they win the series in a 2-1 series. It's a best of 3, by the way. But the Chicago Cubs will be going to the National League Championship Series to face off against the Giants. And of course, the player of the game, it should not come as any surprise that the player of the game is Spike Ryan. Without that 2-run home run, there's every chance that Colorado wins instead. Adbert Anzalay gets the win, or is credited with the win. Wick gets the save. But for Jamar, Mike Wasson, and Carroll Parks, they have nothing to be ashamed of. They did everything they could to win. But the rest of the team, they just couldn't get more than 2 runs on the board. But on the other hand, you also have to give credit to, the pitching staff for Colorado, or not Colorado, Chicago. Especially Adbert Anzalay, because he was the guy that stabilized things, and that's what happens when you have a good, if not a great, relief staff. That's what relief is for. But nonetheless, though, congratulations, and also big time save there by Spike Ryan, especially with that big one. So, yeah, definitely Spike Ryan deserves a dinner, by the team. But up next, is Cleveland and Chicago. Now, of course, there would have been a Game 3 for the, Atlanta-San Francisco game, but obviously San Francisco won in 2 games as opposed to 3. So we had 3 Game 3s, which was the reason why I had to do this in 2 parts, because of how uneven it was. But with that said, I'm going to let those who are in this game know that they're up next. But yeah, Mr. P, until then, you get to just chill. So definitely enjoy chilling out, man. All right, so part of the White Sox is your boy TJ. Yes, I'm in this game. But up next is also Azrael Black and Mr. Arkham. So let me get those guys up here. Oh. Okay. All right, let me just let those involved know. Oh yeah, Azrael. Okay, and then also let me let Mr. Arkham know. Okay, and then let me also get Sonic, Switch, and Cherry. Let me also get Sonic McCracken. But Mr. P, but in all due seriousness, how do you feel, Mr. P, now that it's done and now that you guys are going to the championship series? And then last but not least, let me get Miss Cherry. Okay. I apologize for not talking very much, but let me get that. Okay, there we go. All right, now I can. Now we can move on. I apologize for not speaking very much. I was just trying to let him know. And say his name, and he appears. There's Sonic McCracken, and of course you're. Like you and Cherry and Switch are on Cleveland, and so believe it or not, it's actually going to be me and you head to head. I'm on Chicago, and you're on Cleveland. Well, that's where your character's at. But I wish nothing but the best, and may the best team win, and I'll tell you what, if you win, I'm certainly not going to begrudge it, not at all. No, we're not going to have it rain. I'm not going to do that to you guys. Hey, what's up, AJ? You're just in time for the second game of our doubleheader. So you have Zach Plesac and Dylan Cease. But of course you have Sonic McCracken, Cherry, and Switch on the Indians, soon to be named the Guardians. And on the other side, you have Azrael Black, TJ Toad, and I forgot.
MLB The Show is your home for postseason baseball.
Oh, and Mr. Arkham.
It's Game 3 of the American League.
Well, it's great to see you there, AJ.
Between the Cleveland Indians and the Chicago White Sox. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, lots to talk about here as we get ready for Game 3.
I understand that, well, I'm not going to say anything, but hey, I wish, hey, best of luck to you guys. And if you do win, hey, that just means that you guys get to continue, and you get to face off against the Yankees. The New York Yankees, by the way.
Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Dylan Cease will do the pitching in Game 3
so,
of the series.
For Cease as well as Plesac for Cleveland, those two guys are going to be the ones that's going to... Their performance apiece is going to determine which team is going to ultimately move on. But it all starts with this man, Sonic McCracken. He's got a 200 batting average with 1 RBI. Let's see if he can do some damage. And we already start with 2 balls and 2 strikes.
41 degrees at game time.
Now, of course, I made Sonic to look the way he does is because obviously I don't know what Sonic McCracken looks like IRL, but
that was kind of a gift to the hitter.
The only thing I know is that Sonic is a very young man, and that's what he is, a young man.
Obviously easy to take that one.
Right now it's a full count, three balls, 2 strikes. That's what the numbers next to that's what the numbers at the bottom mean. Fouls it away, still 3-2. Swing and a miss. Wow. I mean, that was just a great cut there by Cease.
Keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
At the plate now, Ahmed Rosario.
And Rosario has, good hit, but fouled away. 3-2. I mean, it's still early, though. It's still early. Too low. And if you're Cease, the last thing you wanted to do was walk Rosario. Given his struggles and given that he has less than 100 batting average, which is not good, what is good is Cherry, who is at 3.33 and has hit 2 home runs with 4 RBIs. So Cherry has 2 cherry bombs to her credit.
Ball 2 as the slider dips below the zone. Use the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
Rosario, base runner at first with 1 out.
All right, 2 strikes, or 2 balls and 1 strike, excuse me. Of course, they want to make sure that Rosario stays at first.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Rosario makes a move.
And a stolen base attempt, and a successful stolen base by Rosario. Well, while Rosario has had a lot of trouble getting on base, when he is on base, you know, he can steal a base. All right, so now you have a guy at second. And Cherry. Cherry? Oh, wow. For a moment, I thought Cherry was going to get it. Oh, just a little bit more deeper, and Cherry would have gotten it. Well, there's the starting lineup. Sonic hits first, Cherry hits third, and Switch hits 8th.
When he's in the middle, things just happen. Guys in front of him get on, he drives them in.
So as you saw, Cherry almost hit it out,
and set the guys up behind him. He's a force.
but just ran out of real estate at that point.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Runner in scoring position is second with 2 down.
All right, 1-2 is the count against Franmil Reyes. Make it 2-2 as it was a bit too inside and a bit too high.
2-2.
Swing and a miss.
Swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. One left for
Well,
the
at the end of one half, it is one half inning. It is 0-0.
It's Major League Baseball on the show. Zach Plezak gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
So stepping in is Luis Robert. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now the 1-1 pitch. As was offered at and missed.
All right, so
Chased it for
swing and a
strike
miss,
two.
and I was checking my messages really quickly. But 1 and 2 is the count.
He is going to have to lower his sights if he's going to have any chance.
And he hits it, but he didn't hit it far enough, and it's caught at second base. 1 down. So here's the starting lineup for the Chicago White Sox. Of course, you have hitting third is Azriel Black, hitting fourth is me, and hitting fifth, I should say, is Arkham 500 or Mr. Arkham, whatever you want to call him.
He gets a chance to use it, and if he does, you're going to be really impressed. He can really make an impact on a game with his wheels.
Stepping in now, Tim Anderson.
Swing and a miss.
To 2 and 2 now. Won't commit on the slider. Good patience, and it's full 3 and 2.
Well, up next is Azriel Black.
You don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Too close for
Fouls it
comfort,
away.
and he did a good job just to make contact.
Hey, if he's going to execute that curveball, and that's the first one of the day, if he's going to execute it like that,
Fouls it off.
look out for that one. That's going to be a big pitch.
And
Number 22.
nice catch there by Cherry.
Batting third.
Well, there's the bracket. So as you see,
and as you can see, the winner of this series faces a stern test ahead with the evil empire, the New York Yankees.
yep.
waiting for
So
winner in
the Yankees have
ALCS.
advanced, and they await the winner of this contest.
The 1-1.
Count is 1-1.
Sent on the ground out to
Hits it,
second.
but hits it right to second. They get the out at first.
In time,
And after 1 inning, it is 0-0.
1, 2, 3 go the White Sox.
Well,
And
they're not
it's
even in this
still a
game.
Nothing ball game.
Well, not in this particular game. They already advanced.
And now in the
But hey, I get it was a joke though, so it's all good.
from the windup, the 1-1 pitch. No off.
Well, up next is Jose Ramirez for Cleveland.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the
Oh, okay. Well,
He
it's all
walked the
good.
guy back in the first, and now he's looking like he might hand
So-
out another free pass to the leadoff guy here. You can't be walking a guy an inning and think you're going to have any success.
All right, 3-1 is the count.
And that misses.
Well, now make it a walk for Jose Ramirez.
We knew coming into this game that this guy has a tendency to give up a lot of free passes, and history repeats itself as he's already given up 2
Well, he
walks
gave
here.
up
I'll
another
tell
walk,
you,
does
effectively
Cease.
wild is a pretty
And
tough
if you're
thing to
Cease,
do.
the last thing you want to do is cease and desist. Because if he doesn't,
First chance for him here with a man
he could
on
pretty much end up
following
walking
leadoff walk.
Cleveland to victory here. But up next is Harold Ramirez.
Here it comes. There we go.
Oh, we got another another stolen base attempt, and it's successful again.
I like the aggressive
Well, it looks
step.
like Cleveland is looking to
So it's clear
put
that
itself
they
in
can
position to
access
score a run.
something by forcing the action. We'll see if it works out for him.
Too low.
Good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite
2-2.
catch the bottom of the zone.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get
excuse me.
fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
And
In the air to straightaway
popped
right.
up.
And that's taken in straightaway
Oh,
right. Will
he's
be
gonna tag up.
second.
And he
it's off
does.
of that errant throwback.
And
He'll
we have
advance
1 out
to
and a
lead.
runner at
Move up from
third.
second to third.
But here's the defense.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Chicago
So, of
White
course,
Sox.
you have Azriel
And
Black
I'm
at
gonna focus
first,
today on
Arkham
Tim
at second,
Anderson. And when I say his
and then,
name,
of course, you have Mia as the
not only
designated hitter,
defensively
so,
in
of
the
course, I'm not out
shortstop
there.
position, but also putting the defense on their heels. When he gets on base, look for him to take off. And he's got a strong arm as well from shortstop.
At the plate, Owen Miller. Outside and low that time. Now it's
So,
ball
as far as Miller is concerned, all he has to do is, even a base hit single can do it. That is unless it's aimed towards third.
2-2.
Too high.
The count moves full.
Props to the hitter right there for laying off with a guy on third. You want to be aggressive, but you have to get a pitch you can drive.
Now the payoff pitch home.
And he hits it.
Right field. Right fielder giving chase.
And it looks like Ramirez is going to tag up. And he gets it. So Cleveland takes the lead thanks to a stolen base and tagging up Ramirez. Jose Ramirez doing a great job. And hello to Katrina Morgan.
At the plate now is number 27. Bases empty and 2 gone following the sacrifice fly.
Ooh, almost got hit there.
He's got to get his hands out of the way on that pitch. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game.
Fouled away.
2-2.
He's got that certainly timed up now. I'd be shocked if the pitcher goes to the well 3 times in a row with off speed.
Couple of fouled off pitches.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball.
So 2-2 is the count.
Right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt. But he might spin the win if he starts looking for it in there.
And, oh, good hit, but hit right towards Anderson at second or shortstop. Well, the inning's over, but the Indians do take the lead, or, yeah, they were known as the Indians at the time. But next time you see them, they'll be known as the Guardians. And, of course, there's yours truly, your boy, TJ Toad. Well, that's the name of my character, though. And I hit it, but I do not hit it far enough. And in fact, that was Sonic who was able to get there quickly.
Here's how the Indians are.
Yep, Sonic McCracken is a center fielder. What he lacks in his strong arm, I mean, he has a good arm, don't get me wrong. But what he lacks in arm power in terms of throwing, he more than makes up for it with great speed. He's got great speed, does Sonic. I mean, yeah, that was a good hit. It's just that, you know, Sonic has the speed to get under it, and he got under it, to his credit. Up next is Mr. Arkham 500.
Into his motion, here comes the 3-1.
Swing and a miss.
Swung on and missed, and it's full 3-2.
Hey boys, you talking about getting your ace swing?
Say what you want about Arkham, but the guy has a sweet stash.
A guy with massive power led it in.
And awful close there on 3-2, but take your base, says Earl Hendricks. It's ball 4.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving one up where he can really hurt you.
1 out, runner at first. And up next, the exciting Eloy Jimenez. Runners on first with 1 down. Runners going. Strike called. Now the throw down. Not in time.
And this time, Arkham gives Cleveland a little taste of their own medicine in getting a stolen base themselves. And by themselves, I mean the White Sox. But the guy who got the stolen base was Arkham.
Gavin Sheets will be next.
All right, full count.
And here's a ball hit in the air.
And ooh, almost got that was almost a hit, but it went foul. Still 3-2. Fouled off. And a walk.
Back-to-back walks now, but at least that'll put the force back in order here.
Well,
And with first base open, the last thing he wanted to do was give him something to hit in the heart of the zone. So no harm done. Force out anywhere now.
well,
Striding in is
although that's a free base, now the play can be done at third. But up next is Gavin Sheets, who has a 429 average, which is really good.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With two guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
2-1 on its way.
Swing and a miss. Nice cut there by Plesac.
First and second now, one man out.
Swing and a miss.
And missed as he just reared back there.
Back-to-back strikeouts. Or, I'm sorry, that's not a back-to-back strikeout. That's just a strikeout.
What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on
Swing
top
and a
of
miss.
good high, hard fastball.
1-2 to the White Sox catcher.
1-2 is the count. So a play at any base except home.
Ready with the 1-2.
Ooh, almost hit him.
Now 2-2. This is the pitch where you want to attack the zone. If you go 3-2, then you put the runners in motion.
Two and two. Here it is.
3-2.
Good job right there.
Now it's a full
Very rarely
count.
see pitchers double up where they go a pitch inside. Normally they'll go back outside, but he followed that up with another pitch on the inside part of the plate.
Two men are on with two men out. And awfully close there on
And another walk-in. That's the last thing you want to do if you're Plesac. Now you have a play at any base, including home, but
But he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that with too much.
to the plate now. Yohan Moncada can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch.
2-2 is the count.
Wow, that's 40 pitches for him already. This doesn't
Yeah,
happen
already at
often.
40 pitches.
He's
Not
going to go
something
very
you want to
deep.
be. You don't want to be averaging 20 pitches an inning, and especially at this point in the game. So he's got to find a way to get out of this.
Down the third base.
Fouled away.
Jimenez on second. Grandal on at first with two down. And the
Swing and a miss, and they got him.
pitch of the inning is
Oh man, that was a golden opportunity if you were the White Sox. You had the bases loaded.
1-0.
Sure, it was you had a 2-out rally, but could not get anything going.
Digging in will be Yu Chang.
I have to imagine the White Sox have got to be kicking themselves for that.
In this one.
I don't know. What do you think about that? What do you think, Clinton?
Now the 1-1 pitch.
Although Cease is at 42 pitches himself,
Popped him up.
although popped up.
Moncada's there.
One
for it,
down.
And there's one gone. Striding in for the Indians, number 59. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Indians still in search of their first hit of the ballgame. Got him
Swing and a miss. Another strikeout.
Zone, and there are two gone.
3 strikeouts so far.
Base is empty, 2 away. And up next will be the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario. The 3-1 pitch.
Well, up next is
2 outs,
Rosario.
nobody on, but a base runner here feels like it would really change the complexion of the inning.
Big spot right here. Middle of the order guy is coming up. Let's see if he can extend the inning.
Swung on.
Swing and a miss.
And
That's a
the
1,
final
2, 3
out of the
inning in terms of strikeouts.
Down in order go the Tribe.
Well,
But they're up 1-0.
well, to Cease's credit, he was able to put an end to Cleveland 1-2-3. Well, now it's going to be up to it's going to be up to Plesac to match that.
The third now, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Luis Robert. The 3-1 pitch. And good patience exercise.
And a ball 4. Plesac has got to get himself together.
This guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. Flew out in his only at-bat so far. Now the 1-1 pitch. Runners on the move for second.
And a stolen base attempt.
Not in time as he just gets ahead of the throw. Well,
Luis Robert with a stolen base. It looks like they're like this game has been stolen base country, because every time they've been trying to steal bases, that's what they've been doing. Not just the White Sox, but also the Indians too.
Misses ball 2.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Back in standing. The 2-2.
Fouled away.
Both teams so far yet to crack the hit column. Swung on and missed. He didn't
Swing and a miss.
close to contact on a ball way out of
And
the
that's
zone.
Plesac's third strikeout.
That's the case right there where a pitcher knows this guy's up there and he's in swing mode. That pitch wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he still swung at it.
Into the box, Stan the man, Black.
And a wild pitch.
Gets away. And the recovery's not going to
And that's going to that's going to put the I believe that was Anderson, or I'm sorry, that's Luis Robert, my bad,
You have to be sure
at
you
third.
can make it. He was there, and now he's only 90 feet away.
One out and a runner on third.
Well, now there's a runner at third.
Breaking ball well in ball 3.
Full count.
Sent on the ground.
And he hits it. But they'll have to take the out at first, and the White Sox tie the game 1-1.
Good job there to put the ball on the ground and pick up the tying run. This one has the makings of being a close game until the very end.
Standing in now, TJ Todd. Grounded weakly to the left.
And then I ground out, and
Go to first with time
well, I
spent
mean,
outside his
I
retirement.
dribbled it, but it hit right towards third, and
Memories
they got me out.
of the ballpark tonight,
But I mean, that
as
was
they
smart
should
baseball,
be.
though, in terms of
More from game 3
putting one's
after
position
this.
or taking advantage of the situation and tying the game up. But I mean, each team has a run, but no hits to show for it.
Matt, I talked with manager Terry Francona during the break about his thoughts on the Indians' hitters to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Now at the plate, number 22 comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Still a big bagel in that hit column, and this is where the frustration can start setting in on a team if they're not careful. It's never a good feeling when you know the guy out there.
All right, well, up next, or up first in this happening is Cherry.
The 2-1 home.
Count is 2-1.
Hit the other way
And
out to
Cherry
right field. Sheets is there.
Got jammed up, and it got popped up. 1 down.
And that'll bring in Franmil Reyes. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the guy on the mound. He's getting paid to try and get you out as well. Anytime it gets up there north of 7, 8 pitch ABs, sometimes it just comes down to pure execution. Let's see if he makes the adjustment right here.
Like the fastball
2-2 is the count.
there. It's ball 2.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
And it's fouled away. 1 run, no hits, no errors to this point for the Indians. He takes
Oh,
called
got caught looking was Reyes.
trigger, and there are 2 away.
Fifth strikeout
Some
for
guys with
Cease.
big arms like this, they're just chuckers. They just throw the ball as hard as they can, and where it ends up isn't that big of a concern, but that wasn't the case there. That was a very well-pitched fastball right on the corner at the knees. Good luck getting that one.
At the plate now, Jose Ramirez. 2-1 to Jose Ramirez.
Too low, and it's a 2-1 count.
Wanted to go after
3-1
the slider,
now.
but he holds off. 3-1.
This is a good at-bat so far here with 2 away. If you're going to go down 1, 2, 3, at least make the guy work for it. He's doing that, and he's even gotten himself into a good hitter's count now.
Well, now it's a full count.
Now the 3-2 pitch.
Fouled away.
Well, somebody's sitting off speed right here. Only way he was late on that heater is he was expecting another changeup.
And this will be
Well, so far, Ramirez just fouling away, driving up the pitch count up to 69 pitches. Nice.
And he looks at one.
And he also gets a walk to boot.
Excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches.
And that's 2 walks for Jose Ramirez.
Second walk he's worked in this one.
Yeah, and that seems to be a popular approach when this guy steps in. He can really hurt you with one swing, so I think the idea is mostly not to let this one guy beat you, Matt.
So now to the plate, Harold Ramirez. Pitch out, nothing doing.
All right, 1-2 is the count.
Is off at first with 2 away. Fouled away.
Fouls away.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation
2-2 is the count.
off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball.
Ooh, that probably, well, he protected, but it still counts, and it still fouled off. 2-2. 74 pitches for Cease. Now it's a full count.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Dive, but he's back. Runner aboard at first here with 2 gone in a 1-1 ball game.
And,
Fly ball. Right fielder
oh,
giving
is it going to
chase.
drop?
He's there
Nope.
to track it down.
Instead,
Middle
it
and
is caught in foul territory, and that's the end of the threat.
Bottom of the 4th, tied 1-1.
It's still tied 1-1.
Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Wackney.
Well, Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the White Sox offense with their manager in between innings. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He cited the 4 walks they've earned already as evidence that his guys are waiting for the right pitch and that they're willing to let the opposition work themselves into trouble. So far, that's paying off.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Now to bat, number 25. Worked a walk his first time up.
Ooh, almost got hit was Arkham. Too low.
Inside, and the counts run full now. 3-2.
From 0-2 to 3-2, what a great at-bat to start this inning off. Hey, this could be a productive inning.
To first.
I'm not sure what kind.
First hit of the game.
I'm not sure whether that was an error or not. Yeah, that was an error.
Plays that stay with you for an entire game.
That.
You want to get the first out on what appears to be a routine play, but you can't get it done. The good news, he has some time to redeem himself.
And Chang with a bad play. He'll have to make up for it at some point.
Fastball just missed above the zone.
Eloy Jimenez has yet to get a hit, and yet has been able to get on base because of getting walked.
Now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes.
Yeah, too big of a stage to mess up at this point. It'd be one thing if it was like,
Bullet back up the middle. Dive.
whoa, what a catch by Sonic McCracken! Wow, Sonic, being the big-time player that he is, made a huge play. Well,
Ready now for the White Sox.
at least you can't say that it was Sonic who messed up, as Sonic made a huge play.
The 1-1.
Hey, it's a game of execution.
I mean, that was a great hit, first and foremost, but that was just a great catch.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. The
2-2.
2 strikes now. He's running. This is on the ground.
Well, hits it right to first and they get the out, but however, that does advance the runner to second.
Next it'll be Yasmani Grandal. Worked a walk in his first plate appearance.
Swing and a miss, 2-2.
2 strikes now.
Hey, that's the modern game right now. North-south. Elevate that high fastball and bury stuff in the dirt. Completely different.
Popped it up.
than the east-west we came up playing.
Ramirez is under it. He handles it easily, and
And
the inning is over.
Ramirez, I believe that's Jose
White
Ramirez,
Sox lead 1.
made the play, and
Coming up, tied at 1.
it's still 1-1 at the end of 4.
New inning set to get underway and set to go.
Now,
with the second baseman,
Owen Miller is hitless, but he does have that sacrifice fly to his credit.
The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
But I have to say, that was a great catch there by Sonic McCracken. I mean, he certainly lived up to the Sonic name in the sense that, you know, he made a big play just like Sonic usually does in his video games. And if anything, he might have just saved the game, at least at this point. Yeah, that is odd, but at the rate that Cease is going, you have to think at some point he'll have to cease and desist himself.
Count still full, 3-2.
3-1 is still the count.
Guy given in. Here's the next one. And
Too low, and Miller gets a free base for himself.
Lead off the 5th inning.
He's really struggled with his command of this game, no doubt about it. But to make things worse, he just lost one of the fastest guys in the ballpark.
Next up is number 27, 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Miller aboard here at first with nobody out. Swing and a drive to right.
And
There it
Switch
goes.
Gaming
Right fielder looking up, and they take the lead. It's gone.
with a big fly. Switch Gaming hits a towering shot
A 2-run
opposite
blast
field,
straightaway right field,
and the
it
big
gives
fly
the
from the
Indians
big
a
man
3-1
who
lead.
is celebrating his birthday this week. Gets a huge one off of Cease and gives the Cleveland baseball team a 2-run lead, 3-1.
And there's your answer. The great ones find a way to rise to the occasion in the postseason.
And if he
did
couldn't,
right
and if
there.
he didn't cease as a pitcher now, I think we're going to see what's going to happen in a moment. Look at that. He hits it the opposite way.
Here comes Tony La Russa
Yep.
out of his foxhole at the end of the
And of course,
dugout.
Cease will cease pitching.
Change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So he'll leave after working just 4 innings, and this was not the kind of start he was looking for, I'm quite sure. Number 61 is the call from the bullpen.
Well, up next is Ryan Burr,
Number 61.
who is making